want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want.
Hey guys, Coach Dan here. I've been lifting for over 20 years. I hold a degree in exercise and sports science. I've been coaching people for over a decade. And on this channel, we're all about evidence-based hypertrophy or muscle growth training, real training. Today, I'm going to take you through push workout number 2 for this week for me. We are in a week 6 of a fat loss phase. So we'll go through everything we do today. We'll go through what we do. I'm going to discuss why we do it and show you exactly how to execute so you can apply to your training. So today's an early morning push workout. We're here at 4:05. We've got to get things in early today to get it in. I'm going to take you through everything. Being 6 weeks into the fat loss phase, there are some challenges that come along with that with training, and we'll discuss those along the way. So we're finding a little bit of extra hunger, a little bit of extra fatigue, but again, unlocking some different levels of leanness. That's pretty cool and fun to see. All right, let's get into the push workout. So for me, in all workouts that involve lateral delts at the moment, I am prioritizing lateral delts, so meaning they're going to come first in the workout while I have the most energy. So we're going lateral delt raise machine to begin with. This is a MedX branded one, which you don't see. I've never seen this before, and I may never see it again. I'm not sure if they're made anymore. So most of the lateral raise machines you get these days have 2 little rollers like this, and you'll go out to the side where you face in or you face out. This one has these rectangular pads, and also when you see me demonstrate this, it goes out on that 45-degree angle. So what we do is we bring this all the way in, it locks into place, elbows on the inside of the pad, and then we're driving out against the pad. Now, as always, with all types of training, you're thinking about the job of the muscle that you're trying to train and then making it do that job essentially. So we've got the deltoid muscle here, which is sort of broadly in 3 different categories: the anterior, the lateral, and the posterior, and they all attach into the deltoid tuberosity and then into different points into your shoulder. For what we want today for this particular movement, it's lateral deltoid, so it's into the acromion, so the side part of the shoulder. So it's going to essentially pull those 2 points towards one another, so raising your hand out in that sort of position. So as I'm doing this movement, I'm not necessarily thinking about pushing the weight up, I'm thinking about pulling those 2 points together to use that lateral delt. So we're in here, pull those 2 points together, control the down as always, push out hard, control, and push. So we'll prioritize the delts first. That has appeared to have a little bit of an effect on some of my other muscle groups, e.g. like when I go and train my chest after this, it seems to be a little bit of fatigue carryover, so that stuff is hard to progress. But again, priority's a priority. We'll put this up front, make sure this can progress really well, and then maybe later down the track we can switch it back up. All right, quiet early morning session here, nice and peaceful. Let's get into it.
Say them back, I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be.
All right, machine lateral raise done, matched performance from last week. So depending on where you're at experience level or your phase, diet, you're in a diet, a cut, or your weight gaining phase, maintenance phase, whatever, sometimes maintenance of performance is good, as demoralizing as that could be. if we can hold on to performance, sometimes that's a positive or a good thing, because there can be times where if you are dieting or fatigued or whatever it might be, you see the performance start to drop. So maintenance of performance is good. Backsliding of performance is not awesome. Obviously, increase in performance is ideal, as long as we're doing all things the same, techniques the same, effort, execution. So with that in mind, we want to enter every set with focus on executing at a really high level, giving good intensity, all that kind of stuff. Because if we go into the set going, oh, the best I can do here is maintenance or keeping the same, you might not, put in a great performance. You might reduce your performance, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. All right. So lateral delt's done. The first of our lateral delt exercise, we got a little bit more volume later in the session, but we prioritize that at the beginning because it's a priority. Now we move into a bench press variation. This is a medium incline cambered bar bench press. So the cambered bar is this bar with this dint in it. You don't see this done really at all in mainstream gyms. You don't see this bar too much. I bought this bar, brought it here so I could use it here. Essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to place my hands on the outside. This is where I'm going to hold the bar. This is where my chest will be. So you can imagine I'm going to get a deeper stretch. Potentially getting into that deeper stretch will be better for muscle growth than if the bar was straight over. Theoretical and probably not absolutely necessary, but I find it to be very effective, so I keep with it. Then we go medium incline. This is 30 degrees. So I think, 30 degrees. So some suggestions, some research suggests anything above 30 degrees and it starts to become increasingly more about the anterior delt. So I think everyone's a little bit different. I wouldn't sort of just go, 30 degrees, that's it, never go any higher than that. You experiment for yourself, you experiment what feels good with you and all that kind of stuff. And then, the higher you go, obviously you're going to keep leaning forward, but the bar's going to keep coming down against gravity. So it is going to attach higher and higher up your chest or your body and potentially work into the area anterior deltoid more, until we're all the way upright. So upright's probably not ideal for chest. That's where you are thinking that's a shoulder press, which we are doing later. So grabbing the bar on the outside of the handle here, take it out. All our other cues surrounding bench pressing is the same. Control the descent. Nice deep stretch for this one. And then pressing up. Bada bing, bada boom. So 3 sets here. This is one that last week I had a reset of technique because I saw some video footage and I saw that my arm was sinking behind the level of the bar. So if you think about it, if I press like this, and I think I was touching the bar too low on the chest, so my elbows were on this side of the bar, had me pushing down towards my feet, not directly up against gravity. So reset the rate, reset the technique such that I'm now touching higher on the chest and pressing directly up against gravity. That's that. Let's get some weight on there and smash it out.
Just tell me what I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me cool, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them?
chest work done. So I wrote a note here just surrounding lifting like heavier weights for lower reps and moderate weights for moderate reps or a bit higher rep range, just to kind of remind myself for next fat loss phase of just having a general heuristic or just belief or process or whatever you want to call it to follow when I get into this situation again, because it's happened multiple times. So maybe the process goes like this. So the note I wrote says something like this: when entering a fat loss phase, keep the heavier stuff as long as it can progress or maintain, but when it drops off, go exclusively to a moderate rep range or like a higher rep range and stuff like that. So the idea is that if I can't maintain or progress that heavier stuff, but the moderate stuff is hanging in there, just shift to all the moderate stuff and push that forward, and just leave the heavier stuff for potentially the earlier stages of the fat loss phase, the weight gain phase, the maintenance phases, and push them up there. Again, all remaining equal, if you push hard enough on both, as in like go close enough to failure, they should end up equal as far as muscle growth goes. Well, again, the research kind of points in that direction, generally speaking, whether you do 5, 10, 15, 20 reps, as long as you're close enough to failure, that appears to be the big driving factor, getting close enough to failure. So what do we got here? 4 or 5 weeks left of this fat loss phase, so I can test it out now and test that belief like a little experiment. Does that hold true for the rest of this? Can I still work with the moderate stuff? Yeah, it's just interesting that it doesn't happen in other muscle groups. Lower body, no. Back stuff, no. It's just the chest stuff, really, I think. Anyway, all right, so skull crushers with the easy bar. So easy bar being this bar with the little kink in it. This one has always felt good to me, all-time classic. You get these ones pre-fixed, but I like to use this bar, the adjustable one, so I can make smaller jumps sometimes. So I'll take the narrow kink on here. We'll lie back with it. So there's multiple different ways to do this. So some people go for kind of the chin or throat area. My elbows haven't always been pleased doing that, so I do not. Some people go to like the forehead. I personally have found over the course of time that just gently tapping the bench above my head is my preferred position as far as what feels most effective for me. So each time I do it, I go back to that variation, and it always feels good to me. All right, let's gear up we've got a few sets here. So we'll do 5 sets, getting some big juicy triceps if we can.
Gonna move for what you gonna be, and do you believe you can do anything? And what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be?
Strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at.
Alright, skull crushers done. Now we head to a dumbbell shoulder press. So with all our chest pressing movement, flies that everyone might do, all these kinds of things are anterior delt, but it's not the focus for that exercise. The chest is, so I like to do 2 sets of anterior delt work just to make sure it is a limiting factor. Some people would argue that not absolutely necessary because of all that stuff using the anterior delt, but again, I'm inclined just to do 2 sets per pushing workout just to make sure we're ticking that box and make sure they're not a weak point. So straightforward dumbbells, come up onto the lap, kick them up, press, bada bing bada boom. You can kind of angle your hands what suits you, but ultimately we want the arm or shoulder to head towards the head such that it is the anterior delt working. So if you kind of think the more we incline here, it'll be coming across like this, that'll be chesty. So as we press, you kind of want it to come in different angles towards the head, such that it's above the pec or above the upper pec. Downside of dumbbells is a stability issue. Upside is very customizable. Like I said, like if you get on a machine, it says boom, boom, boom. If that doesn't suit you, tough titties. This one you can kind of move to what suits you, but we have to deal with the stability and getting them into place. A minor downside, especially I'm not super strong, so it's fine for me. All right, 2 sets here. Let's get them going.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Okay, finish things off with a tricep push down with the straight bar. Now I'm doing these as drop sets at the moment. This is a little bit of extra volume. We've already got the tricep worked on all of our pressing movements, as well as the easy bar skull crushers, but this is for triceps, biceps, lateral deltoids and back. I've increased the volume just a smidge and see how that's gone. So this is 3 sets. Don't have heaps of time, so I do them as a drop set at the end of the workout to get that volume in short period of time. Bada bing, bada boom. The issue with drop sets is they're pretty painful because you go back to back to back with very short breaths, so it's painful, burns, it's uncomfortable, you get a bit hot, all that kind of stuff, but effective and gets the job done. So I'm going with straight bar, V-bar, ropes, all this kind of jazz is good. This exercise selection is just such that, you know, I have liked this exercise in the past. And yeah, just to get that a little bit extra volume in. So I think a potential downside if you're doing all your work like this is that we don't get a fully lengthened or stretched tricep. Long head of the tricep. So if you think about the tricep, 3-headed muscle that passes the elbow, part of it passes into the upper arm, so that part straightens the elbow, and then the long head of the tricep actually passes into the scapula. So if you think about it, can also help with this movement. So then doing this is stretching it out, and this is stretching it out more. So this one here, we don't really get that position. Skull crushers, we're up here. Overhead extensions, we're up here, so we get that stretch. This one, not as much, but again, a little bit extra volume. Go hard, close to failure. They should be both good, or they should be all good. And it's just worthwhile at some stage, in my personal opinion, doing variations in these kind of positions as well. I think that is a good insurance policy, let's call it that. Okay, so grab the bar, elbows by your side, boom, extend. Still want to get as flexed an elbow as possible, finding a nice standard technique. So it'll be a set, think about 10 to 15 reps set one. I'll drop the weight off, shake the arms out a little with about 10 to 15 seconds, start the next set, and then do that 3 times. So 1, drop the weight, 2, drop the weight, last set. I would also normally do this for a lateral raise, but I'm getting short on time because I've been fucking around too much thinking, contemplating life. So I'll probably have time for this, and then I might have to do the lateral raises later.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the